I'm Tim West. I like golf, obviously. Member at Sandbourne Golf Club in Leeds. I've been thinking about building a golf simulator for years, never really got around to it. I spoke to the pro at Sandbourne. He mentioned that he had just used you at Strike Club, recommended you highly. So that's when we got in contact initially. That must have been around about 2 years ago, I would have thought. So why did I do this? Well, effectively, I had a space in my garden. Lockdown had just started. I wanted to do something a bit more than just sit in my house. And I had this ambitious dream that I would have a golf simulator in my house somewhere. It was never intended to be this big, this grandiose, but it's turned out to be a superb acquisition for the house. And we spoke about what we could do, what you could do, how you could help. And I guess from that, we started to put together some pictures, some plans, some concepts, and that developed throughout the entire process. Yeah. One of the things I was really impressed with you about, Shane, is that you were a problem solver throughout. This was a bespoke build. We know that it was a difficult thing to conceptualise from the beginning, and we worked together. You worked very hard, and you were very communicative. You were very easy to get hold of. Which was not the same with the other people I was working with on the project, but you uniquely were very, very happy to step in, step up and try to solve problems as they arose. And inevitably with a project like this, there's lots of things you just don't know about when you start. But I guess for me, the thing that really impressed me was the fact that you stuck at it and we ended up solving all the problems and it ended up with a brilliant product that all of my friends, all of my family are really, really impressed with. So whenever we have people around, they just can't wait to get onto this thing. I always knew that when we finished, it was going to be worthwhile. It's quite a painful exercise to go through a build of this nature for a number of reasons, but I always had it in my mind's eye that once that happened, then it would be exactly in my mind's eye what I wanted, which is, in this case, what have I got? I've got a simulator, I've got my pool table, I've got a bar area, there's a dartboard, which is maybe a small item, but sort of makes it for me. A wood-burning stone for the far end. How do we use it? So effectively, it's an entertainment suite, really. I still haven't worked out what to call it yet, which is a bit of a problem, but I treat it as a space where I can invite people back and we can have fun, we can enjoy each other's company, we can have a beer, and we can play darts, we can play Augusta, we can play the old course, we can do all these sort of things. So it's turned out to be exactly what I wanted. Well, interestingly, I was expecting to be playing golf courses all the time, but what I've actually ended up doing is playing golf courses some of the time, but using the driving range a lot of the time. The analysis on the driving range on the different clubs that you can use, playback and video recording facility is really, really impressive. And it allows you to see yourself in a way that you can't do that when you're out playing golf. And that actually has been really, really helpful. I'd like to say it's improved my golf. I think it probably has, but it's difficult to tell. But you certainly can see from all of the facilities that you get with a driving range, the playback and the statistics, exactly what's happening in your golf swing and what's happening to the ball as well. And the trajectory that you get on the screen, again, gives you another visual impact or a visual indicator of how you're playing. Of all the people that helped me on this project, the two people who were key and allowed me to get through it, to be honest, were yourself and the architect. Both of you stepped up to the mark. You did more than I probably could have imagined or hoped for. You were very pragmatic. As I say, the thing that for me that was really, really important was that you were able to be communicated with. So whenever I spoke to you, whenever I tried to speak to you, you came back to me. Whenever I asked a question, I didn't have to wait hours and days and weeks for you to come back. And that meant a lot to me. That was really important.